Like, no. Hi. Hello. Yes. Welcome back to the show. This is Stargoat Studios. It is me, your favorite Stargoat, Steven. And yes, I'm going to say it. You are my favorite Stargoat. Look at that, a pop screen. Hopefully, no, it's not nearly as abrasive when I start speaking, right? And then I have this earpiece in my ear so I could hear messages from my phone because I keep getting all these notification after notification, and it's just like all these notifications, like we got to talk, we got to listen, we got to communicate. You're right, we do. Oh, and I opened it, and it said Stephen Gray is live right now, and I see an option to join or say not now. You can join if you would like to join in. Come on down, come on down. I got things to say. I literally almost died. I'm gonna wait to tell the story before a few people show up. If you guys want to hear the story about like what literally almost happened, it was just outrageous. I'm back at my house now. I'm safe. Clearly, man, you ever just have one of those days where you're just like, what just happened? Like, how did I survive that? Like, there's no way in any other point in my life could that have possibly had happened where I would have survived it. There was like none at all. Like, that was like, bro, it was a slow motion situation. Like, all right, I don't want to spoil it yet because I gotta wait for people to be like, oh, Steven's live. Let me get to a resting place or somewhere where I can hear the story about what happened. But I'm telling you right now, I'm just look at my hands. Look at that. Like, I was going through the air. I was like, ah, and as I'm like going through the air, I'll wait. I'm gonna wait to tell everybody. Um, I even brought up the weed. Like, I'm like, wow, I need to slow down. That's what I learned right now. I was like, man, you are just going way too fast. You got way too many things on your mind. A little wobble going down a ramp just sent you a flying, bro. Like, oh man. So while we're waiting, look at this rock. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that the most beautiful rock you have ever seen in your whole life? Wow. What kind of energy is inside of this? Do you wonder? I wonder. I can only imagine what could be inside of it. Probably more of the same thing. But I love that stone. I have a whole collection of stones. I have stones everywhere. I have like quartz and onyx, rose quartz, other quartz. Wow, we totally got out of focus. What happened? Hi. Welcome to the show. Focus. Echo, spotlight white. Echo, spotlight red. Oh, this is just way too much. I don't know what happened. I got close with the thing with the rock. I was showing the rock, and it wanted to stay focused on this. That's why. So yeah, I put that too close to the camera. Isn't that gorgeous though? What is this? I can't remember the name of it. It's called, like in Minecraft, I think it's lapis lazuli or something like. You guys play Minecraft? Everybody's a Minecrafter, right? Isn't that a gorgeous rock? I found this in my center console. I thought I had lost it, but I have one of those center consoles that's like Mary Poppins bag, and you can just keep pulling stuff out of it constantly, right? And I mean, I literally have everything, like 2 years worth of having that car inside of the center console box. I mean, why is it so fuzzy? Camera. Wow, technology is just doing its thing today. Huh. So bizarre. So I was going to hit the Blu-ray player and start playing a little Fatboy Slim for us. I could bring that into focus. Seems how we're on display what we're doing right now. You guys know what this is? You have any idea how amazing this movie is right here? Look at the year on it. What does it say? 2002? I can't really see it. It's in French, German, Italian, Dutch, Spanish, and Portuguese. And it's 126 minutes long. This is Fatboy Slim, Big Beach Boutique 2002. Woo-wee! I'm telling you right now, 2002. I had that. I had the original back then, and eventually this is going to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. It's like, hey, check out my fingerprints. Well, look what happened to my hand. I hit the ground right now. I was riding my scooter. That's why you logged in. You want to know about how I almost just died. Yeah, no, there we go. Now we got a little. It's a little less fuzzy. Who's that bald guy? You know that bald guy? That's Hunter Thompson when uh he was running for sheriff of Aspen, Colorado, right? And they got their different tickets. He took. I'll just read the quote. When I ran for sheriff of Aspen on the freak power ticket, that was the point in the rotten fascist context of what was happening to America in 1969. Being a freak was an honorable way to go. I mean, come on. This guy, he's just way over the top. If he were here today, what would he have to say? Probably something interesting, something to make us all go, huh, interesting. Yeah, that's about that. So, yeah, dude, I was, all right, I'll just tell you, Scooter, the two followers that are here, I appreciate your logging in, 3 people. I'm glad I waited 6.5, 5. Hello. I'm glad everybody got a chance to get comfortable and get ready for the story. Thank you for coming in. You are all my most favorite star goats. We're all made out of stardust. The time is now. Greatest of all time, right? Right? Stardust. Star goats. Here we are. So this star goat hopped on my scooter and I was going to cruise down over to the little store on the corner, and I came around the corner and there's like this little ramp on the driveway. And as I'm coming down the driveway, I don't know, like I do this all the time, but there was like a slight little wobble, and maybe it was like there was a rock or a boulder or something in the road, but I straight up, I'm on my scooter, and this scooter's like $120. It was on sale, Amazon Flash deal, whatever. It's like half price, regular, what, 240 or something. Anyways, so it's just 15 miles an hour is the max speed on this thing. But 15 miles an hour on a sidewalk is fast. All right. If you haven't done scooter, or if you're not a jogger, if you haven't been on like a go-kart or something, I'm telling you, 15 miles an hour on a sidewalk and on a city street, that's fast. All right. There's a lot of driveways that go up and down, a lot of bumps, a lot of uneven little, what are those, like, we call them trippers in the construction area, right? The little cracks that like stick up. It's not supposed to be there. It's just it's the different types of tectonic movement, or maybe it's just poor construction. Don't tell that to the Romans. They'd be really upset. So I'm coming down this ramp. It starts wobbling. I don't know if I overcorrected or if I must have let go, but somehow I flip up over the handlebars and I'm like, start flying through the air. I'm like, and as I'm going through the air, I'm wearing my glasses. I have a hat on, my earbud, watch, all this stuff. I was looking exactly like this minus the hat. I had my hat on. And I'm going through the air, and the only thing I can think is, hey, Stephen, before you make contact with the ground, put your hands out in front of you, tuck your head in, and bring your right shoulder down. I had this entire thought. It was in complete slow motion, but it was happening so fast. It was one of those moments where time stops, right? Time is relative. This is evidence. I had so many thoughts going through my head in that moment. I was like, if you don't do this, you're going to be in the hospital. You're going to be bleeding a lot from this area. I was like, and I'm reasoning myself, and I'm like going through the air, and I hit the ground. I caught the ground, and I lessened the impact, and I pulled myself in, and I did the tuck and roll. And I flip up, I somersaulted onto the ground, and I rolled up, and I stood up, and I somehow was still holding the scooter. I like the whole thing, like the scooter was still standing. I like rolled on the ground. I slammed my knee into the ground. I can feel the pain. I feel like where the impacts, I this side slapped the side of the scooter. I must have hit the brake. I think that's what I did. I must have been going that 15 miles an hour. I was coming around the corner by the traffic light, and as I did, like boom, 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 it just happened. It was just tap the brake, turn the wheel all at once, tuck, roll, and I'm standing back up, and I got blood on my hands, and I'm I'm here to tell the story. That's how it went. So you guys want to see my rock again? Look at my rock. Isn't that pretty? This is my good luck rock, and that's what I was thinking about. Is I lost this thing for like 6 months. I forgot I put it in that center console, and I pulled it out this morning, and this is a reminder. It's a constant reminder that I need to be listening to my heart. And what do I mean by that? I found this because I wanted the rock, and I had it in my mind. I was like, I really want a nice rock. And I was driving from, I think, Harupa Valley up in down here in California. I was cruising across like all these freeways. It's like a 40-minute drive to get back up to my cabins in the mountain. And I'm going along, and I kept, for like maybe a few weeks, I just kept thinking, I really want to get this rock. Like, I don't know where it's going to come from, whatever. And I got off the freeway, and they always got like little signages, call this number. We sell houses. And you're like, right. That sounds like a part of a marketing scheme I want to be a part of, right? So what ended up happening is there was one of those little signs, and it said there was a psychic fair that day. And I was like, oh, that's weird. A psychic fair. I like psychics and I like fairs. So let's go. Sign me up, right? So I looked closer. This is back before I had glasses and I could actually read signs when I was driving. This was maybe like in 2018, probably. Yeah, it was 2017, 2018. And I'm going along, and I see the sign, and I look close, and then I see Church Street. And I was like, Church Street? I know exactly, but that's where my church is. I used to go to. It's the Spiritual Treatment Center. And as they put it, they're not affiliated with the Mother Church. No. They are all about chakras and spirituality. They do. It is Jesus. You better believe they got Jesus. We all got Jesus. You got Jesus. I got Jesus. I love Jesus. Love me some Jesus. So I like, I'm going over there. So I knew exactly where it was. I just made a few turns and came around the corner and pulled up my car. It's like 1:00 in the afternoon. And you see people kind of coming out of it's like a small little church. Ernest Holmes, if you want to look it up. Ernest Holmes, it's on Church Street in Redlands, California. It is a really tiny, it's like a little turn of the century 1900s kind of thing, like a schoolhouse looking deal. It has a really good following. I love it there. I love the people there, and they're so wonderful. But that day I went in, and all the vendors were closing up. They're all packing up. And it was like all these people, with tarot cards, chakra stuff, and, books and just information, and Reiki practitioners. And then I look around the corner. Like, as soon as I walk in, I look, there's a table, Celestial Creations. And I know it's celestial creations. Anyways, I remember that she had an Instagram, and it was this girl, and she had her table full of all kinds of pretty rocks and crystals. And I saw this, and it was just like love at first sight. I was like, look at that thing. Look how pretty it is. I was like, I could not take my eyes off of it. And if you feel it, like the texture on it, it's so smooth. But you see how jagged it looks? But it's so smooth. It's like it's been in the water for a really long time. But it's just been chipped off of another piece, like similar to it. Has it been polished? I mean, do you guys know about this thing? I don't know anything about it. I'm going to eat it. I'm just kidding. So anyways, that was my story about how I almost died right now. I really, there was a lot of other thoughts that were going on in my head as I was flying across the handlebars of my scooter. The scooter is still intact. I scuffed up the brake. It has on the left side, it has that little brake handle, and like the tip of it, you can see all the paint got scratched off. So it must have hit the ground. I thought I had let go of it. It felt like a pretzel, and I could only imagine what the cars and we're gonna have to call 911. Somebody get this guy a gurney. Hold his neck still. Don't move his head. I'm telling you. Oh man. Anyways, yeah, I was telling you guys, I got the rig out. I got some weed. I'm gonna fire this off right now. This is good for pain. It helps inflammation, glaucoma, scoliosis, multiple sclerosis, cancer, AIDS, autoimmune disorder. Am I talking out loud? Was I thinking out loud? Did they hear me? I didn't hear anything. What's up with Hunter Thompson back here? Fat Boy Slim. Did you guys even see my book? Look how great this book is. This is the Gonzo book right here. So, I just thought I'd show this to you guys because I did turn the page. It was on a different page, and this is what we're displaying at the for our current juncture. This is Hunter Thompson. He was running for sheriff of Aspen in 1974. This was from the Playboy interview in November 1974. So, was he running for sheriff in 1974? Let's take a look. Look at his lapel. It's like a little duck or something. Right? Yeah, that's a dude, man. He was representing. He saw some things. He was really good with that pattern recognition. You know, and he would tell you in his different literature, you know, the best time to interview anybody in politics is after 1 a.m. because they're drunk and they're going to be loose-lipped, you know, and they're more likely to let things slip. So he'd call up politicians in the middle of the night. There it is, everyone. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Circa 1970. It's the fabulous Mint Hotel. Some fat back gross hero who owns the fabulous, luxurious Mint Hotel in downtown Las Vegas. Don't get me quoting the movie. Yeah, we're not going to leave it on the Mint Hotel. Let's bring it back to our man right here. All right, so for this week, we're celebrating, again, Hunter Thompson. If you are familiar with the month of April, there are events that take place on April 20th. Hey, cool. But don't forget Bicycle Day. I am giving away secrets right now. If you don't know what Bicycle Day is, I'm going to tell you it. It is Control T. That's what Bicycle Day is. No, I know. So you don't have to look it up. I'm going to look it up for us. I'm just kidding. I don't need to look it up. It's I want to say it's April 19th. And that is to celebrate Albert Hoffman. Who's Albert Hoffman, Stephen? What in zippity? God bless it, Stephen. We don't need to talk about LSD. No, we don't. D-lysergic acid, I think. I don't know. I can't get the internet to pull up. All I can get is just like a delayed screen. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess we're not talking about that. At least not today. Nobody wants to talk about that. You guys came to hear about how I just almost died. Well, I can tell you about the time I almost died when I took LSD at ADC in 2010. Yeah, that almost happened on Friday night. On Saturday night, I was not there, and a girl actually did die. And then they moved EDC over to Las Vegas, and they were like, no, can't be doing it in LA. No, people die in LA. There's not enough space, and everybody wants in. Yeah, I was at the Coliseum. I saw Deadmau5, Cascade, other DJs, I guess. They were there, whatever. I'm just kidding. There was a whole lineup in 2010. 2010 was like that pivotal moment. They're all pivotal moments. Because we have so many great, amazing creators out there. You guys are amazing. What are you doing today? What are you up to? Are you plumbing? Are you writing songs? You're probably working at Amazon writing a new hip-hop song about the stock market. I came into some stock market music this morning. I was like, gotta share. This is hilarious. Bitcoin bulls. What are they? The bulls and the bears. Blood everywhere. Like, geez Louise. It is a serious thing. And the reality is the way our system is set up, somebody has to lose. There has to be a spectator in our society right now. There always has to be somebody on the other side that is watching the other people win. And the people watching have to be intrinsically motivated, driven to lift them up and be, on the side. I post about it all the time. I mean, it's just the basic idea of capitalism. It's hierarchy. It's the way it is. I like to think that we are beyond that. Mature humans that are just motivated. We're just happy to exist. Like, it's just a great time. Like you can just go do anything, but you can't because it's not actually equal right now. It's not actually fair. It's still that competitive system because the basic ego, like the very root, you know, like you can't go and be like, hey, I'm going to tell you how to live. You got to do it this way. Because right away, I'm like, nah, my choice. I'll just do what I want. I like to watch. And, you know, to each his own. That's cool. That's cool. That's what we're doing. But again, I'm up to 16 viewers. I couldn't be more grateful. I appreciate you guys so much. Like, I thank you like a million times over. God bless everyone. If you hear me say God bless for the first time, I do mean the infinity and infinite directions, the all of that which is. There's nothing outside of that. Okay. I'm not saying like you got to be a Christian, you got to be Islam, you got to be Jewish, or you got to, I don't want to hear any of that. Right. It's just love. Right. We can just calm down and just call it one thing. We can all agree. I promise it's going to be fine to agree like with other people. Right. 17 people, again, you guys are the stars. You are the greatest of all time. The time is right now. It is happening. We are here in this moment together, made up of stardust. We're carbon-based life forms. Take that literally. You are literally stardust. If you look at your DNA, your bones, your nails, you glow. You are undulating. Every bit of you, all the trillions and trillions of cells that you were made up out of are just like, and they're all like working in harmony together, just doing the thing. Right. All right. Love it. Embrace it. And that cow that's out there is doing the same thing. And when you merge your energy with that cattle or that plant or whatever it is, love it. It loves you back. That's all I got for today. I love all of you guys again. Thank you for listening to my story about the scooter. Man, I really got to chill out. I get it. Like I see the synchronicity, and that's kind of what I want to close this out with, is just recognizing those signs. And that was the whole story of this rock. I felt it. I felt this coming to me. And I still have the contact information of the company. It's still on Instagram, but I don't think it's active, you know? And that's like relationships. I don't know if you realize this, but like you can kind of see it as like the same premise. Ideally, you want to be in relationship with the place that gave you the rock forever and ever. You want to keep dibs on them and keep going back to them and exchange energy. Or maybe it was just that one moment. You got your piece and happy hump day, everyone. Don't overthink things. All right. Much love. I will talk to you all soon. Sorry for the impromptu, just jumping on, you know, like this. We do have so many things in store. I've been doing these photo journals, and I keep telling you guys about George. George is 86. I'm actually going to go over to his house right now and take him out for Taco Wednesday. Speaking of sponsorship, actual sponsors by Chuck's Reserve. Garden Grove, California, down on Main Street. If you have extra things, get rid of it. You saw me post earlier today, I'm donating a couch. Yeah, I paid for the couch. I've only had it for 2 years. What do I need it for? To go sit down and relax? Relax from what? I got work to do. Don't you got work to do? I get it. It's a long day. You want to sit down at the end of the day. I got this chair. I got my bed. Otherwise, I'm walking. I'm on the move. If you need some energy, call me. I will pump you up, or I'll annoy you to the point where you don't want to listen to me anymore and you'll go find something to do. I got that for you too. And I'm going to have a little bit of this LaCroix. Non-sponsored sponsors, Hole Mole, Costa Mesa, and in Tustin, California. They do Taco Tuesday and Taco Wednesday. Get yourself some. They got them brisket tacos, son. So those brisket tacos are delicious. And I have a commercial. If you search the YouTube Stargoat Studios, there's a Holy Moly commercial on there, and there will be a Chuck's Reserve commercial coming up in the future. So again, back to Chuck's Reserve. Make sure you're purging all your winter clothes, all these things. Like, just give them. There's somebody else out there that needs it. I promise you're going to get more, because that's what we Stargoats do. We acquire, and we're like sieves, you know, get it and just give it away. Because there's just more. The more you give away, the more that's just going to keep coming to you, I promise. And I keep signing off of this over and over, and I keep looking over here like there's something else I wanted to tell you. Chuck's Reserve Mean Bean Coffee. Yes, this is also brought to you in part by Mean Bean Coffee. So clearly, this is all ad lib, no scripts. I don't do that. I feel like authenticity is much more appreciated than, scripted acting. Because if you want to see me act, I mean, I was in Camelot one time actually back in high school. I got to do the Camelot play, and I played Sir Lancelot. And my opening line, maybe I have two lines, but I would say, "By Jove," and I can't remember what else I'd say. "By Jove, do you see that over there?" Something like that. And I had to do a little British accent. That was a pretty good British rendition, wasn't it? Did you like that one? By Jove, but Camelot. By Jove, Jove. No, I bet y'all could do a British accent. I know I got 18 people on here. Somebody could do it. Australian, Irish. You are able to comment. All right, there's a little comment section on here. Please feel free. If you want to jump on, I'll send you the link. But we are leaving. We're 18 minutes into this, and in the future, yes, again, we are going to be, like I said, we have several shows lined up. We're going to be discussing PTSD, psychology, veterans coming home from war, integration back into civilian society. What does that even mean, civilian society? I mean, it's words. It sounds like it makes some kind of definition. There's something that comes out of that, right? It's a different frame of mind, there's like, what, 500,000 people in the military, and that's 500,000 people that wake up every day and like, we're not safe. y'all don't see it. Don't worry. I got it. I'm going to go with this group over here, and we got it, right? Don't look. So we are going to be talking about that. We did have a host / guest that we were going into these subjects pretty deep. I do know I had a lot of views on those. I did have to take those videos down, and hopefully in the very near future we'll get back into that. We'll reopen that box. We'll pull that pen out, and we'll Pandora it everywhere. Just bling. see what's happening. All right. And I'm gonna eat food. Do you guys want to take a dab with me before I log off? Am I allowed to do that on a live stream? Is that gonna piss people off? You don't believe that I dabbed? I'll get my torch out and I just don't burn your face. Always make sure you got the torch away from you. Probably put it away from the microphone. Don't do this at home. This should only be done by trained professionals. People that know what they're doing, Drugs are not something to mess around with. And I know a lot of people just cringe their buttholes. Calm down. I know marijuana is not a drug. I say that because, there's still like 80 years of like conditioning and programming that still has to get undone. Okay. So all substances are drugs. They are all things that impede and change your life. They change your mind. I don't care if it's spinach, grass, you can go eat the concrete. I don't care. Snort the air. It's changing you. Epigenetics, you're changing your future. You're changing all the time. You're always growing into something new. Your cells, they are falling off. They're dying. Literally, your house is dusty because that's your dead skin floating through the air and landing on your furniture and TVs and stuff. That's why you got to dust all the time. That's not just random dirt in the air. That's also your dead body floating around everywhere. Yeah, you got to go clean that up. Just kidding. But I am so serious. What do you think is under it? New skin, new blood, new bones. Out with the old, in with the new, right? So what are you eating? What are you putting into your brain? Right? Are you slowing down cell production so your cells aren't sitting there going erratically and letting cancer spread through your body? Literally, ask AI. Don't sit there and look at me like with those deer in the headlights. I am done explaining to people how this works. If you don't know, you don't know. If you believe somebody else, that's on you. All right. They live in the Hamptons. They have greyhounds. Their kids go to private school, and they're going to keep telling you exactly how to live your life. And I think you should. It would behoove you. Or in the last like 20 years, people like me have come along and be like, yeah, no, I don't think so, buddy. You're wrong on so many levels. And what do I like to say? The proof is in the pudding. I do. I know I look like I'm, 54, 55, 60? How old do I look? I know everybody likes to be really nice to me and be like, oh, you look so young. You look like you're in your 20s, Stephen. I'm like, right. Do I? Do I attribute it to water? I do. But I also attribute it to my frame of mind. When I'm eating, I'm praying, like good positive energy. I'm thinking happy. If I go out and smoke a cigarette, I'm not like, oh, I'm so stressed out. Oh, this girl broke up with me. Life sucks. Everything's just so bogus. Yeah, you're cringing up. Like every cell in your body is like disconfigured now. And then you're putting some negative energy into it, food, cigarettes, whatever it is. You know, you can go watch the happiest movie in the world. And if you're so distorted, that movie is going to make you more depressed. Get it? That makes sense? Like physiology, geometry, molecules, things go together. I am not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I do not condone, as Hunter Thompson said, drugs or alcohol, but it has always worked for me. Alcohol in extreme moderation, because it does kill. If I need to clean COVID up off my counter, I'm going to go get the alcohol. You understand? If I need to clean my soul, yeah, I'm going to go get the spirits out. We're going to do a little draining. And it is. And the recovery from that is hard. And after you come back from something like that, a little binge or whatever you got to go do, yeah, you were a freaking completely different person. And that was the point. Don't get lost there. Don't stay there. Don't continue to spiral. Don't live in the freaking whirlpool. Get back up on the rim, right? There's all these yachts and people up here with like life rafts, and we're throwing out, you know, boats and trying to save every puppy in the sea. And it's like, nah, I like to wallow in the mud. It's so good here. How do I have 20 people watching me in the middle of the day? Is everybody out having their Taco Tuesday lunch? Is that what's going on? I don't understand this at all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. We get like this buildup, and it gets to a point where I'm like, am I supposed to log off, or I could just stop my entire day. Honestly, I got a phone. Like I could call people and be like, hey, I'll be late. I'm gonna, I got this other thing going on now. Sorry. But we got stuff to do. I do want to take this time, because she told me that you have to be crazy if you want to be famous. You gotta like just be over the top. So the woman I love, Alani, I love you, and I get it. I'm sorry. I totally screwed up. I did. And I'm telling these 20 people that are watching right now, and I'm human too, right? I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect, right? Sometimes I suck. Sometimes I say things and I overthink things, and it just happens. But, this is the absolute most strongest woman that I have ever encountered in my entire life. Influenced me to be the most loving human to ever exist. And that's why I talk about Coral Castle all the time. I'm not going to say her last name, but all the other girls that are watching, if you're out there and I've told you that I love you, I do love you. I do love you. You are very special to me. Everybody is very much loved and very special to me. But this, the woman I'm wearing this ring, because that love is like this universal love, right? It's like the representation of everything innocent and womanly and demanding that a man should be from her, that I get from her. And there's no bending on that level of love. Like you're locked in. And if you ever get into that, like I'm happy for you. I am so happy for you. And it's not that possessive, like I have to be with you, I have to get with you, like we got to be together. No, it's like life is not what I thought it was, first of all. And in order to preserve that life, I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to make the world a better place. Like just straight up. Every day I was already like that, but it gives you like this that energy, you know, that I don't know. I don't know. I have met a lot of people in my life. I have never met anybody else that has literally made me sing songs. Just I don't even know where they come from. Like, and maybe they're good songs, maybe they're not, but they are very hopeless romantic. I've got stories, and I literally had to create a separate notepad thread chat so I could literally just push the microphone and talk about all the love that I feel. Like I could literally open this right now. I could just start reading probably for the next hour. My hands are sweaty, Alani. My knees are weak. I cannot eat. I cannot sleep. Every love song ever made keeps playing in my head. Every cell in my body is so full of energy after meeting you, and all I want to do is work out and look good and make tons of money to impress you. Oh my goodness. You know, it goes on. Like I literally just buy things, just random things. Like I don't even think about it. I see it and I think of her, and it's just already in the bag. It's sitting here. She makes fun of me for having an altar of her. I know. Like, I'm not obsessed. Like I don't. Like I said, it's not like that. Like I really just wish her well. You know, I just hope that everything that she's doing is blessed and she's happy. And the last I heard from her, she was happy. So there's this Alan Jackson song. I, for some reason, felt like writing down the lyrics. Called my doctor on the telephone. Help my doctor, something's wrong. Can't shake it, it's gone too far. He said, tell me what your symptoms are. I said, my hands are sweaty and my knees are weak. I can't eat and I can't sleep. It's turning me every way but loose. Said, no doubt, love's got a hold on you. All right, so. Oh, just talking and talking and talking. Just I quiet my mind and I shut out the entire universe to manifest the love of my life. And every time, it's just her that shows up. It's incredible. When I really, really turn out the noise, and they say like game recognizes game or something like that. It's an interesting introspection, I guess you can ask. You can kind of assimilate it to that, but just endless amounts of little something I need to confess. Goodness, Stephen, just give it a rest. One life to live, and I'm not holding back. Tell me, Stephen, what's on your mind? And then it goes into personal details that I will keep to myself. I really, it's not so much that I can write. I mean, I can write. Like I get on the keyboard and I'm like Mozart on a keyboard. Like it just starts channeling. Before this, I came up with something else on the X, and I feel it a lot of the times when I write it. I'm like, they're gonna say this is AI. I'm like, oh, it was me. It's embarrassing. When you have the ability to just like right now, you can tell like I'm a little flustered, right? And then when it just starts to flow naturally, there's a difference, and that's something really important. One of my new really good friends pointed out they wanted to hear about me discussing how to use your voice. It took me a long time, years and years, to figure out how to use my voice, how to be captivating. I've read Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, definitely Napoleon Hill, who talks about Andrew Carnegie. Did they train each other or they one train? I don't know. In my head, I think like Carnegie and Walt Disney, uh, Aleister Crowley, all these dudes, they literally figured out the code. Tesla, all of them. They were all in on Einstein. They all knew. They were able to look at where they were in history, and they were able to look at all the information. They took all the data and they were like, if we were to just do this and make up these stories and put out this, and they did come up with actual science discoveries, all these things. And a lot of them they did attribute it to discovery. They didn't invent it themselves, they discovered it. Be who of you academics out there to kind of embrace that concept. I get citations, proving there's a track record, right? But that's hand in hand with market correction. They work together to make sure that we are not getting screwed on this end, right? Like your toilet works because it's a proven fact that gravity happens when you thought it was electrical. Oh, bros, sisters, my friends. The electricity can go off, the plumbing's still going to work. I'm just kidding. I know everybody knew that. Okay. Stop it. Who's watching this? Why doesn't nobody want to comment on here? How do I got 22 people just am I really that entertaining? Is it my mouth when I move my mouth? Okay, I get it. I don't really look at myself when I talk. Most of the time I'm out doing stuff. Man, what a great day, everyone. What a beautiful day to be alive and not be a pancake on the road. Whew. That really shook me up. Like, look, like there's no markings or nothing. It's clean. Just walked away from just these marks on my hands. That was it. That was it. And you know how I'm always talking about like being like of the earth and staying connected and like channeling energy and things like that. I thought about washing my hands after this happened, but I was like, no, I think I want to get an infection. Just to kind of like build up my resilience a little bit. Not like too infected, but just like a little bit. Figure why not, What's a little dirt in the system? No, there's literally still a piece of rock in my hand. It doesn't hurt. That's the impressive thing. Like maybe it's just blood. I don't know. So, did you guys want to smoke this? Did somebody want to take a dab? And call me. Come over here if you're having a day. I got an extra chair right here. I can park you right here. Wait, we can sit side by side and we'll kick back like this, and we'll just channel it up. We'll just sit here and we'll have the full channel, and we'll make sure you're looking at the camera, looking at each other. We could switch cameras. I can go to the camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Can I do that before I start making promises? That says manage layouts. Oh, it does. It says camera, and then if I come over to this, what happens? Boom! Camera 2. What? Now we're over here. How do you feel about that? It's like a whole different ballgame now. Now you got the Care Bear over there. It looks like something out of like your 80s dreams that you used to have, right? You're having a little nostalgia flashback. Did you guys see my Care Bear? Look at my Care Bear. I literally had this since Mom, help me out. When did I get this? 1982 1981 is when I was born in November. So I'm guessing Mom sewed this by hand in 1981. This is my bear. She might have sewn it in 1982. She could have sewn this in high school in the 70s. And then she had it. And then I came along and she was like, oh, this goes to you, little man. And 44 years later, I still have it. Yeah. You touched my Care Bear? Say anything about my Care Bear. Care Bear goes here. All right. Had a Cabbage Patch doll. That guy, he didn't make it the years. I remember him. His name was Shelby. You wore like those little green corduroy overall things. He was bald with a little squirrely on the top. I knew I'd grow up looking just like him. This is not sponsored by LaCroix, by the way, but I do enjoy a nice non-sugary drink. I don't like that, it's good sometimes. I've been going on for 45 minutes, everyone. You really, really don't think I could do this 24 hours a day? Because I'm telling you. Remember the movie Rocket Man? And that guy with the ears, what's his name from Half Baked, the kindergarten teacher? There's somebody at my door. They're knocking. Oh, they might be coming for the couch. I'm gonna go donate my couch right now. Yay! All right, everyone. God bless. I love you. Thank you for coming in. So many blessings. Let me go get my door. I'll talk to you later. Start go out. Much love. Just auf Wiedersehen. Enjoy your day.